in middle school and high school because a lot of the kids that I was playing against were inner city kids.
Yeah.
And so you're looking at me as if, okay, this kid's soft, right? He's from the suburbs of Philadelphia. His father played in the NBA, played professionally.
He's got it easy.
Got it easy, born on second, all this other stuff, right? And so they felt like they could try to be physical or try to intimidate me and do all this other stuff, which they couldn't, right? But now I'm saying, okay, well, you're trying to attack me. How am I going to attack you? How can I mentally figure out ways to break you down? How can I show you that, no, I have the edge, right? And so that's when it first started for me, is figuring out how to get the upper hand on an opponent that way.
And what would you do to mentally break people down then?
Well, I mean, we used to have an All-American camp that I used to go to. And, at the time, when I first showed, I was a sophomore. And one of the things I would do is while everybody would be at the cafeteria eating and doing all sort of stuff, I'd just go back to the gym. I'd just go back to the gym. I mean,
they'd be resting,
eating. And they'd see me leave, right? But now you're in a tough position because you're like, okay, I want to be like, I'm following the kid to go work out, but I know he's working, he's up early, and he's doing all this other stuff. And so that was my way of showing them, I may be from the suburbs, but you're not going to outwork me.
Wow.
And I'm mentally going to.
Did someone teach you that? Was that just a thing that you decided, like, I'm going to get in people's minds?
I think it's just figuring out ways to be better and to win the game. And it started as a defense mechanism because they were the ones talking trash to me, and kid from Italy, blah blah blah, and all this other stuff. And it was like, okay, I can't let them. I got to defend myself here, right? And then it became, okay, I'm pretty witty. I can say some pretty witty things.
Yeah. And in Italian.
And in Italian. Yeah.
Yo, it's your boy Carl Anthony. First of all, I want to say rest in peace to the Mamba, Kobe. Every time I see a clip of him, it just reminds me of why he's the GOAT, in my opinion. And when I say the GOAT, I'm not saying he's better than Michael Jordan, but he's the greatest of all time, in my opinion, because he's my favorite player of all time. And, Anyway, in that clip, he's with Lewis Howes. You see him talking about, like, how he developed his work ethic and mentality as far as, like, gaining leverage over his competition. So, he knew as a younger player that he wasn't ranked high and things like that, and he wanted to get, he wanted to level up and then surpass his competition. So he decided, like, look, I already work hard, and I realize that they don't. So if I work even harder, I can gain ground on the people that are better than me and surpass them. And then once I surpass them, still working as hard as I work, they'll never be able to catch up to me. And so, you see, he talked about how they would be going to, he'd be in a camp and, they go to lunch and he's not eating. He said, I'm going back to the gym. So he's getting extra reps, extra work, and he's developing more. And, that carried with him all through his NBA career and everything, And if you apply that to your own life and to your own success and to whatever you're into, right? The more work you put in, and look, hard work is very vague, right? And when I speak about hard work, I'm not talking about, like, stuff actually being hard, meaning, like, doing something that's difficult. I'm saying really putting in meaningful time and hours into whatever craft it is that you're trying to, level yourself up in, and I was just, with my son this morning, and we were, working out. He plays basketball as well, and we were at the gym at 5:30 in the morning, right? Now yesterday we did the same thing. We were up at 5:30 in the morning at the gym. He was kind of, real lackluster, shooting his shots kind of lazily and things like that. And I was trying to tell him, like, man, look, if you're not going game speed when you're doing your drills, then this practice is in vain. And so, you really have to like actually, you know, put full attention and energy into what you're doing. That's how you get the best results. And sometimes he was tired. He had went to sleep pretty late that night, and so I understood him being a little bit, out of it. But sometimes you got to learn how to hit that second gear and really blast through, how you really feel. So today it was different. He leveled up the energy, and his practice was much better, and those are the things that's going to make him better. And it just made me think about Kobe and what he said in that clip. And I'm like, you really gotta you gotta practice like it's game time. You gotta put the work in like the world is watching. You see what I'm saying? And yeah, shout out to the Mamba. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll be back with another one. Peace.